All right. Okay, so yesterday we looked at time shifting, right? Can you all got the answer for your time shift? Did you check that problem that I gave you? Not the one that is here. I gave you one more problem. I have uploaded it also in the classroom. All of you have solved it? So, see here, this was the problem I asked you to do 0 to 7. So, here it was x of n minus 2, 8 point. So, n minus 2 means what? From the last, you will pick two sequence and you will put it here. Okay, that is what you're going to do. Suppose it was n plus 2. What happens? N plus 2. That means n is equal to minus 2, whatever sequence is there. That is what will repeat. I will show you this just for an example. Okay. Okay, can you, I hope you can see. So suppose, what was that x of n? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Yeah. So your x of n just a minute. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So x of n value was x of n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. This was the value. Is it not? Visible, all of you? Little blur. Okay, 1 second. How about now? Visible. Okay. Okay. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? This is at n equal to 0. So what I was telling you is x of n minus 2. Since there are 8 values, you will write it like this. So n minus 2 means what? At n is equal to 0 value will appear at n is equal to 2, right? That means 0, 1, 2. This is going to, this value is going to come at this position. At n is equal to 2, I am going to have the value that is there at 0. At 0, n equal to 0, I have 0. So n equal to 0, this is n equal to 1. At n equal to 2. At n equal to 2, I should have what? I should have whatever is there at n equal to 0. That's the meaning. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rest one, since it is circularly shifted, this comes here 6, 7. So in short, you can write it this way. If it is n minus 2, last two values you can write it first. Got it? This was the shortcut I told you. Suppose it is x of n plus 2. circular shifting. Okay, you can even draw the circle, and in this case you will move anti-clockwise according to the position. In this case you will move clockwise. Suppose you're not able to linear thing, if you're not able to get it, you can do it that way also. So how do I write x of n plus 2? What should I do? Anyone can tell me? Okay, x at n is equal to minus 2. Okay, that means n plus 2 equal to 0. You will, if you equate, n is equal to minus 2, right? N equal to minus 2. So what happens? N equal to minus 2 means, if you write it as a periodic sequence, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All these values are there. Okay. Again, this value sequence is repeating 6, 7, 5, 4, so on. So this is n is equal to what? N equal to 0. This is n equal to minus 1. This is n equal to minus 2. So what is the meaning of this? At n equal to minus 2, you should have the value which is there at n equal to 0. That means you're going to shift this side. Okay, here you have 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, so on. Okay. So what I will do, at n equal to 0, you're having this at this position. That means if this is n equal to 0 position, n equal to 1, minus 1, n equal to minus 2. So at n equal to minus 2 position, okay, n equal to minus 2 position, you should have what? Whatever is there at 0. So you will write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What happens after 7? Again, what is going to repeat? What is going to repeat? Again 0, 1, 0 and 1 will repeat. So now you just start writing. You will take the values only from n equal to 0. Just observe all these things. How will it look? It will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1. So this is x of n plus 2. Okay, x of n plus 2 is this. So what has happened? In short, what has happened? Because you have circularly shifted it, what has happened? N plus 2 means you are going to take, this is your original value, x of n, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For n minus 2, the last two values will shift to the first. For n plus 2, what happens? First two values, first two values got shifted to the last. Got it? Have you got this, all of you? All of you are getting? Able to see now? I'm holding it still for some time. All got it? You understood? Shifting, how is the time shift done? Circular time shift. So n minus 2, for n minus 2, it gets shifted one side. That means it gets shifted to the last two sequence comes in the front. For n plus 2, the first two sequences goes to the last. That is what has happened. How it has happened, I have written here. The sheets, if whatever I am writing, no, these sheets I will post in the classroom like I did yesterday with the date. All right. Okay, fine. This will keep aside then. Now we'll move on with time shifting. I mean frequency shifting. More problems you can solve on time shift. These are available. See here. Only in this problem x of n minus 2 is asked. I just told you how to do for x of n plus 2 also. So if it is n plus 2, this will be W8 power minus 2k, x of k. Got it? Make a note. You can also do this for x of n plus 2 also. Make a note. It's not there in the textbook. You can create your own problem and solve it. You can let me know in the next class. People, are you there? Are you understanding what I'm telling? Only 2 or 3 people will answer me. Where are the rest of them? I just want to ask. Just give me a moment. Yeah, students. So, I just want somebody else also to let me know if they're understanding this. Madhushri? Madhushri, are you there? Madhushri? Did you understand this? How this was done? Sorry. Can you tell me how the sequence, suppose it is x of n plus 3. Suppose it is n plus 3 for this one. X of n is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For x of n plus 3, what will happen? Can you write and tell me the sequence? Circular shifting, time shift. Madhushri? Yeah, Madhushri. Can you tell me what will happen? Suppose it is x of n plus 3. What is going to happen? I have showed you, right? For x of n minus 2. N plus 2 I have showed here. Is it not? Let me focus. Now it became blur. Just a minute. Now? This is x of n plus 2. Right? So what happened? Your sequence was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, right? So for x of n plus 2, what happened? N plus 2, the first 2 sequences went to the last. So n plus 3, what will it be? Tell me. 0, 1, n plus 3, it will be? I should start writing from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1, 2. Right? Got it? Okay, somebody else tell me for x of n minus 3. For which one? N plus 2 is 2 only, right? 0, 1, 2, dears. Look at this. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3. So x of n plus 2, n minus 2 means what happens? Last 2 digits you are sending to the first. N plus 2 means what happens? 0, 1, 2. Is it not? You're going to send these values to the last. Correct? Got it, right? See, or else you write like this and see. You write it like this and see. At n equal to minus 2. This is x of n plus 2 means at n equal to minus 2, I should have what? I should have the whatever is there at n equal to 0. So at n equal to minus 2, I wrote 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. Okay. Got it? So 2 sequence n equal to 0, what is there now? It is 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is reached. After 7 again it is repeating, right? 0, 1. So depending upon, it's very simple. Whenever it is n minus 2, last 2 sequence comes to the first. Okay? See. N minus 2, the last 2 sequence comes to the first. If it is n plus 2, what has happened? N plus 2. First 2 sequence what was there here, that has gone to the last. If it is n plus 3, first 3 sequence, this one, first 3 sequence goes to the last. If you get doubt, equate the inner term to 0. Suppose this is n plus 3, you equate it to 0. That means n equal to minus 3, what I should have? At n equal to minus 3, I should have in the original sequence whatever was there at n equal to 0 has to go to n equal to minus 3. Got it? This is the meaning. So whenever any problem you get similar to this, you should be able to solve it. So if I want to find, I ask you to find DFT of this. DFT of this. How will you find that? How will you find the DFT of this? This is nothing. If x of n DFT is x of k, okay, x of n plus 3, the DFT of this will be what? According to the time shift property, W8 power minus 3k x of k. Suppose it is x of n minus 3 or n minus 2, it will be W8 power plus 2k x of k. This is what we proved yesterday. Got it? All of you are getting it? You can make a note of this. This page I will share. Whatever I am writing, like I write on the board, these pages will be shared to you on the Google Classroom. Okay, so let us see now. So this was the problem I asked you to do. Here in this question, it is only asked to solve for x of n minus 2. But you know, DFT of x of n minus 2 modulus 8, that is W8 power 2k x of k. That means you find x of k for this. For the same problem, I want you all to find the DFT for x of n plus 3, x of n minus 3 and x of n plus 2. Make a note, all of you. Though in this notes it's just given for this, even in Ganesh Rao textbook they have solved only for this. I want you all to solve it for x of n plus 2, x of n minus 2 and x of n plus 3, x of n minus 3. Alright? Solve it. You solve it, you check the DFT like this or individually take the LHS, RHS. You must verify it. 8-point DFT, it will take time to do. I want it as all of you must do these problems and you have to submit it. Okay, whatever I have given homework, whatever homework, I will monitor it. I remember, even in the video it is there. I remember what all, right from the starting, what all I have given homework to do. Please write it along with this question. How much ever possible, I'll give you one deadline. Within that, you have to submit your, because I won't know. If you're there in the classroom, I can know what all you're writing, what all you're not writing. As long as you're not there in the classroom, I cannot, I mean, physically, if I don't see what you people write, I won't get to know. So, whatever is written, you post it. You can discuss, you can share with each other whatever is done. Maybe sit together and in a group, one by one, solve all these things and you have to upload it. Discuss and solve. I don't have any issues with that. One person don't solve and send off the answer to everyone. Others won't learn. That will not do. I want each and every one of you to separately do it and then post it in classroom. Will that work out? See, I don't gain anything by asking you to do things. Seriously. There's nothing, no gain for me. If you do, it's good for you, right? So that you people don't mess up before the exam or internals. That's the reason I'm asking you to do this. All right. So please do it for this problem. X of n plus 3, x of n minus 3, x of n plus 2. All these things you please do it. Find the DFT. Prove LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, fine. So similarly, when other problems are there here, you can go through it. And sometimes what happens in certain problems, see in this case, x of k denotes a 6-point DFT. Whenever you have 4 and 8 point, you have calculated the twiddle factor and kept. When it comes to 6-point DFT, what you need to do? You need to calculate W6 power k and keep, varying from 0 to 5. Okay. Check whether it is needed also. Okay. You need to here in this problem, without computing IDFT, determine the length 6 sequence y of n whose 6-point DFT is given by this one. That means here they have used W3 power 2k, it is written. Okay. They have given a relation. By looking at this, you should understand that it is a time shift property. They have mentioned here it is something like this. You know capital N is equal to 6. So when you substitute over here, okay, W3 power 2k is equal to W6 power what k you need to find out. How much k is equivalent to this? That is what they have proved here. Got it? So you multiply and divide by 2, you will get 2k. W3 power 2k is equal to W6 power 4k. So directly, if you look at this problem, you will feel, okay, how do I do this? I'll calculate DFT or IDFT. Without calculating IDFT means whenever in a question you get like this, without computing the IDFT or without computing the DFT, solve something. That means that you should look at the problem, identify the property. See here you cannot. Why I'm not personally solving this problem is, once you learn all the properties, then you should individually identify and do things, because otherwise what happens, you learn one property, immediately you'll solve one problem, you'll feel you know everything about it. Got it? So that feeling should not come. Only when you see frequency shift, time shift, you study furthermore symmetric property, many properties are there. When you study all that, by looking at a question, you should be able to identify. So the key point in this problem is, you look at this, look at something, twiddle factor multiplied by frequency domain value is there. So when that happens in case of time shift, right? So you here, since it's a 6-point DFT, ideally you're supposed to have W6. So you try to obtain it in the form of W6. Obtain this twiddle factor, convert this twiddle factor in terms of W6, then you can apply time shift property. If you apply time shift property, things are very simple. X of n is already given to you in the question. See, x of n is given in the question. You don't have to compute DFT or IDFT anything. This is the relation given by y of k. So y of n, aram se you can find out just by doing what? If you converted W3, you wrote it like this. You multiply and divide by 2 and write it in terms of 6. W6 twiddle factor. So when you wrote it, W6 power 4k x of k, if you want to find out the IDFT in time domain, what is it? You know it is nothing but time shift by a factor 4. So you have x of n already. Circularly shift, that is your answer. You didn't have to compute your IDFT at all. You didn't have to use IDFT equation. You didn't have to, in this problem, you didn't have to calculate W6 also. Nothing. All you did was, the question of sequence is given to you. You just had to time shift, you got your answer. So that is the meaning of without computing the DFT or IDFT and all that. So whenever you see such, there's a key thing, please make a note. Whenever it's mentioned like this, specifically without computing DFT or without computing IDFT, solve this, it means this. Clear? Is it clear to all of you? Make a note of this. Please remember this, because in the exam, they will not tell you. If you just imagine for this problem, if you were computing W6, in some problems it will be needed. Okay. God save you. I hope such difficult problems are not going to come in exam. I mean, not difficult actually, time consuming, because sitting and calculating twiddle factor, multiplying, putting it in matrix, or in the other way, individually doing it, it takes time, because you need to is a little difficult. So even in calculator, I want a session to take how to. I just actually want to show you how these things calculations can be easily done in your calculator, because in exam calculator is allowed. So I really want to take a session on that, so that you right now you learn it in the hard way. Find out, individually you sit and calculate, spend time with this. Later I'll show you shortcuts how to use the calculator, and in one go you will get the answer. Such tricks I will teach you, but not immediately. Right now you learn it the hard way, no problem. And if some smart people are there, they themselves will find out tricks to use in the calculator. You can explore on your own. That's the best way to learn, actually. Anyway, for the rest of you, one day I will take a session on how to use this. Maybe I'll screen share my mobile and I can show you. That is possible. You can screen share it on this thing, and probably do a meeting from my phone, so that you can easily understand how to do it. Okay, we'll have a complete session on this one. Don't worry. So this, I hope, yeah. Yeah. Huh. You mean to say you want me to share my screen of the calculator? Like that. Okay, okay. That is also possible. That's possible. That's possible. Fine, fine. That I'll do it. We'll have a separate session for that. Okay. Either I'll share the screen. It's not very clear, no, even in this thing. Okay. Either I'll show you in the calculator. I'm having 991 ES with me. I can show you in that, or I have made video of one or two. That also I can share. Not a problem. Maybe one session we'll keep for that. Is that okay? We'll keep a session for that. Not an issue. Okay. So please understand this, understand the question, and try to solve such problems can be given. So time shift, if you have understood how you have circularly time shifted, whether it is positive shift or negative shift, that is you're moving towards the left shift or right shift, whatever it is, in the uh, straight number line, or circular shift, it's equivalent to linear shift for a periodic sequence. So you can convert your circular values. You should periodically represent it on number line, and you can do it if you have lot of confusions. Okay, that is one easy way to do it. So next thing is frequency shift. So in time domain, if you're doing a shifting, what was happening? In the frequency domain, there was multiplication with respect to twiddle factor. There it was positive. Just make a note. Just make a note. I'm just going back just for the sake of you people to understand. See, in case of time shift, what was happening? You shifted the sequence by some value in the time domain. Frequency domain, it was getting multiplied by twiddle factor multiplied by raised to that particular shift into the actual DFT. This was the relation. Now the reverse happens. In case of frequency shift, since the shift is in the frequency domain, that is x of k minus L. In frequency domain, you shift the values. Then what happens in time domain? The time domain's sequence gets multiplied by the twiddle factor. Only thing is raised to the negative power. For time shift, remember it's positive shift. For the frequency shift, remember it is negative shift. Okay, you need to remember this. So how do we prove this relation x of n, w n power minus L n? DFT of this is nothing but shifted value in the frequency domain. Okay, if the time domain is multiplied with the twiddle factor, frequency domain, there is an equivalent shift. Similarly, the reverse. Only thing is you should be careful about the sign. Here if it is wn power minus ln, it will be minus L. There if it was minus, it was plus in the frequency. That's all. Just remember the relation, you will get it. Got it, all of you? Be careful about the signs. That's it. So consider x of n. Yeah, you're writing it down. Okay. Okay, x of n is a finite sequence. You know the DFT equation x of k is given by this one. X of n wn power nk. X of k minus L means what? Wherever there is k, you replace it with k minus L. Is it not? Got this step? All of you? This is same like time shift what we proved only. Then x of n wn power k into n wn power minus L into n. You split the exponential term, that is the split the powers. Once you do that, you know that if you keep your twiddle factor wn power nk, you keep it out, you write whatever term is written inside this, you group it. The x of n and wn power minus ln, if you group, what is going to happen? What is this meaning? It means that this is the DFT of x of n wn power minus ln. So on the LHS you have what? You have x of k minus L. So it proves that x of k minus L is equal to DFT of x of n wn power minus L into n. You understood this, all of you? Others? Apart from Shiva Shankar, others? Kiran Reddy? Kiran? Kiran, are you there? Kiran? Kiran left. Kaushik. If I come to ask something, somebody is leaving the meeting. Oh my God. Ritesh B? Ritesh? Ritesh, are you there? People don't sleep after lunch. I hope you had your lunch. Or people are still sitting and having lunch and listening to the class. You never know, right? You can do anything. Since I cannot see you all, I don't know if you have a pen and paper in front of you or you're simply sitting, not listening, having food, sleeping. No idea. See, Ritesh is not talking. Ritesh B, are you there? Can you hear me? Ritesh, based on your response only, I can mark attendance, right? Once this thing Excel sheet is generated, I'll just delete those names who are not responding to me. Shall I do that? He has texted. Ma'am, mic has some problem. Okay. Are you understanding, Ritesh? Hmm? Okay, yes. Hmm. Yeah, minus n into k. Yeah, we'll not have minus in the power. Here by default, it is minus L into n. See, in frequency domain, whatever is the in twiddle factor is raised to whatever power, the same shift happens. If it is minus ln, it is minus L. If it is plus ln, it is plus. Shift in the frequency is positive. That's all. In time domain, it's the reverse. If you have minus, it will be plus. If it is plus, it will be minus. That's all. Got it? Okay. So if all have understood this derivation, very simple derivation. If only thing is only for time shift, you start with your IDFT equation. Remember that. For frequency domain, you again first thing in whatever you don't understand. Okay. See what you have to prove always. Next thing is you write the DFT equation. Compare this and this. Compare the DFT equation and your statement which you are supposed to prove or the equation that you're supposed to prove. Then try to include that. You know it is x of k. What is there here? k minus l is there. Put that. Very simple it is actually. Wherever, how do you write this equation? Rewrite this equation. Wherever there is k, write k minus l. Whenever you have like this, split the powers. Split the powers, group it. That's it. Look carefully how you can write it over. This is nothing but DFT of this term because Wn power nk is outside. Finished. In one sentence, you got it. Isn't it? It's very simple. Okay, now you all solve this problem. Compute the 4-point DFT of the sequence and also find y of n if y of k is x of k minus 2, 4. That means, what is the meaning of this? One thing is, okay, computing DFT you can do later. Oh no, you can't do it later. You have to do it here only. Okay, very simple. I think this sequence is given earlier to you. All of you do it. 4-point DFT you have to calculate and look at the expression. You are asked to find y of n if y of k is the DFT of y of n. Y of k is given as x of k minus 2, 4. That means what? Y of n is nothing but x of n into Wn, W4 power minus 2 into n. Is it not? Got this? This is what you're supposed to do. X of n Wn power minus 2. Because shift is minus 2. X of n Wn power minus 2n will give you your value. X of k minus 2 is given by this. So how will you write y of n? Y of n is nothing but x of n W4 power minus 2 into n. Give different values to that, you will get your y of n. Solve it all of you. I want you all to solve it. Write down the question first. Okay, wait, I will show you. First thing is you find the DFT. Till here all of you can do. Find the DFT of 4-point DFT of this sequence. You can find 4-point DFT. This you can do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This all of you do it first. Second part I will show you. Wherever the frequency shift is coming, I'll show you what to do. This is also frequency shift is also circular only. Okay. Yeah. Whenever that bracket you can see double bracket with the n you can see it is always circular. Even frequency domain also the shift is circular itself. That is, it is repeating. Because the periodic sequence, even the frequency spectrum is also periodic in nature. All of you have done this? You got the answer? Matrix multiplications, very simple this is problem. Simple DFT. Till here you would have got it. Okay. No, you will get 2 0 2 0. Check it. See, 1 into 1. See, always this row and this row you don't have to add only. The first and this one. Only corresponding these two you have to add. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 plus 1 is, see, you just see here. Don't have to check. You see, look at what I'm telling. 1 0 1 0 is given, right? That means what? Whenever you do multiplication, the second element corresponds to the second element in this column. So always this is, since it is 0, multiplication with this entire column becomes 0. Similarly, last element is 0. So multiplication with the entire fourth column becomes 0. So what happens? You just have to add only, since it is 1 and 1, you just have to add only this and this. Very simple, right? 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. That's it. Why all of you are taking so much time to do it? I don't know. Got this right? Very simple. Okay. So next is frequency. This I will show you if you are not understanding. Let me open this one. Okay. See, it is frequency shift. So see this. Keep like this. So this is frequency shift, right? So whenever you're doing x of k minus L with the mod n is dft of x of n wn power minus L into n. 1 minute you give me. If I come close and show you, it is fine. Is it okay? Are you able to see what I've written? Okay. So whenever the sequence x of k that you have got is this 2 0 2 0. Now what is asked? X of k minus 2. According to this formula, x of k minus L, what is this? X of n is dft of x of n w4 power minus 2 into n. L value is nothing but 2 because the shift is 2. Got it? They have asked you to find y of n. If this is y of k, okay, y of n is what? Y of n is what? Y of k is nothing but dft of what? Y of n, dft of y of n is y of k, right? Dft of x of n is x of k. So you have here y of k is equal to x of k minus 2. Is it not? So what is it? It means your y of k sequence is a frequency domain sequence in which x of k is a shifted sequence of x of k is nothing but y of k. So you want to find y of n. So you are not going to, without, how will you find y of n from y of k? Ideally in the normal case you take IDFT, you will get y of n. But are you going to find the IDFT here? Matrix, and what is the point of having the property then? Is it not? You are not going to use IDFT equation. Instead, you are going to use this property x of k minus 2 is equal to x of n w4 power minus 2 into n. So in short, I can say if y of k is nothing but dft of x of n w4 power minus 2n, it is as good as finding, y of k is also dft of y of n. That means what? This is same, right? Y of n is equal to x of n into w4 power minus 2 into n. Got it? Got it, all of you? Okay, so how do I find this? Very simple. I want the sequence y of n. So go on giving values. Y of 0 is x of 0, w4 par 0. Y of 1 is x of 1, w4 par minus 2. Y of 2 is x of 2, w4 par minus 2 into 2, that is minus 4, which is same as x of 2, w4 par 0. Y of 3 is x of 3, w4 par minus 2 into 3 is 6, which is same as x of 2, w4 par minus 2. You know this how this has come? This how this has come? This is same as w4 par minus 4 plus minus 2. Minus 4 minus 2 will give me minus 6. So you know w4 par minus 4 is 0. So this is w4 par minus 2. Whether it is positive or negative total factor is the same. Yes? Tell me. Now you are able to see. Write it. Okay. One by one I'll show you again. See, y of k is dft of x of n into w4 par 2n. Okay. Here you got this, or you want me to even go back? Question given is this. Since I have written, I will go back and one by one show you again. Okay. The question given is this one. DFT of 0, 1, 1, 0. 0, 1, 1, 0, right? That's what was given. So, what did you do? You found out the DFT using matrix method. You got this answer. So, this is x of n. DFT of x of n is what? X of k. All of you got till here? Who was speaking to me just now? Jayanta? Anuj. Anuj, you understood? Anu, you're able to see? Okay. So it is given in the text. It is given in the problem that y of k is given by x of k minus 2. They have asked you to find y of n. Okay. So how do you find y of n? You know by property of frequency shift that if there is a shift in frequency domain, in the time domain value, x of k minus 2, this is a shifted version of y of k, dft of x of n w4 par minus 2 into n will give you x of k minus 2. Is it not? If they have asked you to find out DFT y of n, that means how will you get y of n is DFT of y of k is DFT of y of n. Is it not? So if you want y of n, what is one way to do it? You must find IDFT. So you are not going to find IDFT here, inverse discrete. You are going to use the property and solve the problem. So how will you solve it? If the DFT of x of n is x of k and DFT of y of n is y of k, then you can write like this. Given from the question or from the thing, y of k is x of k minus 2, that is DFT of x of n w4 par minus 2n. If y of k is equal to DFT of x of n w4 par minus 2n, y of k is also DFT of y of n. That means to say that y of n is equal to x of n w4 par minus 2n. Yes or no? Very simple. So they have asked you to find y of n. So if you find x of n into w4 par minus 2n, your answer is, you obtain your answer. So that is what I have shown here. Okay, so y of 0, I have substituted values for y of n, y of 0, y of 1, y of 2, y of 3. So you will get this.
Ma'am?
Yes, tell me.
Frequency shift problems, W4 for NK, is that term eliminated?
No, it is there, right? Nk Allah, here it is Nl. K we are not using, no. K is the shift. NL. We are giving another variable. If you use K, all K is confusing, no? That is why we have used another variable. N into L. K is the shift in frequency domain. So in time domain, by how much amount it is shifted, we are showing. K minus 2. Yeah. That is what? See this equation. You know y of k is nothing but dft of y of n. Is it not? But in the question it is given y of k is equal to x of k minus 4, this one. X of k minus 2. This is given in question. But according to frequency shift, what is x of k minus 2 force dft? It is dft of this one. So you can write y of k is nothing but dft of this. So y of k is also dft of y of n. Y of k is also dft of x of n into w4 power minus 2n. So you equate these terms. That's all. That is what I have done here. Okay. So that's all. That's all. That's all. Very good. Okay, okay. You solve this. Whatever you first find out the twiddle factor, write down the answers. Whatever answer you're going to get, you write it. It's there in that thing also. I will write this and I will put this page, 2 pages, what I've written here in the class today. And notes anyway, it's there. I'll put it there. Okay. Don't worry. Last class I have put. Previous classes I have previous all almost in Smartboard what I have took also I have put it. And yesterday's class what I have taken I have put that paper, that sheet, in sheet, which sheet I have written, that sheet also I have shared the image. You can go through that. This also I'll share it today. Now itself I'll share it. Okay, yeah. I will also solve this. Write down the intermediate steps if you want, and I will put it there. Okay. Yeah, okay. Fine. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.